I'm Master Sergeant Anthony Sallard. I'm currently the Operations Sergeant Major in 213 Cav. So I joined the Army in September 28, 1999, so I'm actually about to hit 20 years here in a couple of days. I started out at Fort Benning, Georgia. From there, I went to Germany. From Germany, I went to Fort Hood. From Fort Hood, I went to Kentucky. So I've been around for a little bit. I've got about 6 or 7 deployments. So I have 2 boys, James and Pablo. They live in the Hinesville area. They're 11 and 13. My 11-year-old Pablo, he's quiet. You know, he's very smart. You know, when you have conversations with Pablo, you feel like you're speaking to an adult. Sometimes he surprises me, you know, the things that he says. And then I have James. He's my 13-year-old. He's pretty much a nerd, and I'm totally okay with that. He loves to read. It's funny, like some of the complaints I get from the teachers is that he's reading during class rather than paying attention. So I mean, I can't really be mad at him for that. And he loves to eat just like me. He doesn't gain weight. He just eats all day and does not gain weight. I always like to set the example for my kids by helping others. It's one thing that I've always told them, like be a good human being and always help people. You know, we video chat almost like every other day, and I always end our conversations with be good, help your mother, and help people. And I try to enforce that, or I enforce that by showing them, you know, leading by example, like we soldiers do. So when I'm outside the uniform, cooking, that's what I do. That's what I love to cook. I've been cooking since I was 7 years old. You know, my mother, she was a single mother of 3 of us, so she had to work and go to school. So we needed to learn how to eat, not just, you know, cereal and milk, but we needed to cook. So, you know, on the weekends, 9 times out of 10, I'll be in my house just cooking. My inspiration to cook, Hispanic food. You know, I was raised in Puerto Rico, and that's what I grew up with. You know, arroz con andule, pernil, all the good Christmas stuff, which is right around the corner. My mother taught me how to do all that stuff, but I'm a huge Gordon Ramsay fan. Most of my recipes are pretty much from his book. So my time growing up in Puerto Rico, we experienced lots of hurricanes. Hurricane Hugo was one of them, which was pretty bad back in, I want to say like 1994, give or take. And it's one of those things that you have to prepare for it, you know. But because Puerto Rico's always getting hit with hurricanes, we kind of like, yeah, okay, we'll be all right. But, you know, and I think nobody was expecting this to be, you know, the way it was. So I try to help out as much as I could, you know, phone numbers and, you know, sending batteries, you know, stuff like that. But what I like most about the Hispanic culture is that it is a happy culture. You know, I've experienced different cultures. Obviously, being in the Army 20 years, flying all over the globe, I've seen different cultures, and the Hispanic culture is just a happy culture. Everything from the traditions, from the music, from the food. You know, it's one of those things that we Hispanics, we joke around about. It's like, it doesn't matter what's going on. There's always a reason to celebrate something.